Buffy sent me into therapy, actually. Buffy crushed me.
Spike, please.
You'll feel it again, Buffy.
Please don't.
I'm gonna make you feel it.
Stop!
You remember Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right? The late 90s show where a teenage girl fights vampires, demons, and high school drama, sometimes all at once? It was clever, groundbreaking, and emotional, but let's be honest, some parts haven't aged that well. Some of these episodes and moments are so controversial, so disturbing, that they'd never air on TV today. From essay to weird moral messages to a lack of diversity in the cast. These episodes aired back then, but there's no way they'd survive modern TV today.
Welcome to Sunnydale.
If you clicked on this video,
what you're after.
BuffyBot. The first infamous episode didn't just cross a line, it destroyed it. Originally aired on March 7, 2002, in today's cancel culture, it would never air. Season 6, Episode 19, Seeing Red, is known for its dark scene where Spike tries to essay Buffy in her bathroom. At the time, it was written as a moral collapse for Spike, meant to shock viewers and push his character towards redemption. But today, that scene is widely seen as deeply disturbing and not handled with enough care.
It's a problematic scene for a lot of people who like the show. And it's the darkest professional day of my life.
Gone is the lovable vampire who transitioned from villain to reluctant ally, and what's left is a raw, shame-filled beginning of self-reckoning, and it makes him far more tragic than he's ever been. The aftermath focuses more on Spike's guilt than Buffy's trauma. In a modern world, this would definitely spark backlash, or at the very least, be written with more nuance and sensitivity. If it aired now, it would likely come with a trigger warning and follow-up scene centering Buffy's recovery, not just Spike's guilt cycle.
You didn't want to do it.
I don't like sexual predation scenes, anything that has that to do with it. I don't audition for those things.
If you thought Seeing Red was disturbing, wait until you hear how Buffy and Riley being intimate awakens evil spirits. In Season 4, Episode 18, Where the Wild Things Are, Buffy and Riley having so much sex that it literally awakens angry spirits in a haunted frat house. Turns out Genevieve Holt, who ran the children's home before it was a frat house, rewarded the children when they were good and punished them when they displayed any interest in sex. She would cut off the girls' hair when they seemed vain about their appearance and would baptize the most unclean by holding them underwater in a bathtub. The entire premise of the episode implies that their intimacy is somehow wrong and that their actions unleash supernatural chaos. It leans into an old trope of punishing characters for having sex, something we see a lot in older horror, especially towards women. In a modern show, if this was aired, it would likely be flipped on its head or rewritten entirely. Writers today are much more conscious of how sexuality is portrayed and how moral messages are delivered, especially to younger viewers, focusing on consent, communication, and readiness rather than fear or guilt.
I have hours, only lonely.
Now I remember why I used to have such a crush on him.
Be sure to like and subscribe if you remembered that Willow had a crush on Giles.
Want beer. Buffy strong.
Yes, Buffy's strong.
Buffy get beer.
Buffy, get...
Buffy and some college guys drink cursed beer that turns them into literal cave people. On paper, it's a goofy episode. It was meant to be a humorous cautionary tale about drinking and peer pressure, but in execution it comes off as cartoonish and moralizing, with a not-so-subtle drinking equals devolution message. Today's audiences are a lot more aware of how media handles substance use and autonomy. An episode like this might still be made, but with more self-awareness or satirical edge. As it stands, Beer Bad is often ranked as one of the cringiest episodes of the series, and there's a good reason for it.
Like beer. Beer good.
Beer bad. Bad beer.
You want him? You come through me.
Okay, so let's talk about Xander. A lot of people dislike Xander. He was meant to be the everyman of the group, but a lot of his early behavior hasn't aged well at all. And so while obviously he's not an episode that wouldn't air today, I think he's a character that would be written a lot differently in today's standards. In multiple episodes, Xander makes misogynistic jokes, slut-shames Buffy, and even spies on women. He has a way about making everything about him.
Xander, this is deeply dangerous.
I'm inadequate. That's fine. I'm less than a man.
And while many of the characters in Buffy are flawed, they grow and change over time. The problem with Xander is he really never does. For example, Cordelia starts off as a stereotypical mean girl, but I love Cordelia because she's well written and grows over time.
I have to have the most expensive thing. Not because it's expensive, but because it costs more.
You know,
Hello, Miss Motormouth. Can I get a sentence finished?
Now, of course, we all know Xander is modeled after Josh Whedon, and that really could explain a lot of his behavior. Back then, a lot of these moments were played for laughs. They're definitely not as funny now. These moments reflect how teen shows used to normalize inappropriate male behavior. Today, they'd likely be rewritten or used as a moment to confront toxic attitudes instead of playing it for comedy. And last up, we have a lack of diversity in the cast. While Buffy was progressive in many ways, especially with the Willow and Tara relationship, it still had major blind spots. The show takes place in California, yet the main cast is almost always entirely white. When characters of color do appear, they're often side characters, villains, or killed off quickly. In today's landscape, audiences expect meaningful representation. A modern Buffyverse will likely have a more diverse cast and writers' room to be better reflective of the real world and explore stories from more perspectives. Although looking at the cast we've got so far, it can't be too hopeful. Alright, so it's your turn. Let me know in the comments, do you find these episodes controversial, or do you think they'd air with no problem today? And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, that way you don't miss out on future Buffy videos. Until next time, stay sharp, and maybe don't drink any cursed beer. Catch you in the next one.
I'm Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, and you are?
Dead.
I may be dead, but I'm still pretty. Hi, I'm an enormous slut. Talking about two very powerful witches and a 1,000-year-old ex-demon.
Willow's a demon?
It is a sham, but it's a sham with yams. It's a yam sham.
Need a hand?
No thanks. I'm good. Slayer's a robot.
Did everybody else know the Slayer was a robot?